Okay, hey, sorry, yeah. I got winded from jogging over here because I stuffed myself fuller than a deep-fried American turkey, and now I got sugar plums dancing in my tum-tums. Anyway, here's the tech news. Custom PC company Maingear has launched a bring your own RAM program, letting customers buy fully built gaming PCs without memory as a practical solution to the ongoing RAM crisis. We can call it a crisis.
Yep, I'm crisising.
Hey, RAM's expensive. Have you considered not buying it? The idea is simple. DDR5 prices are high, availability is inconsistent, and a lot of buyers already have RAM on hand or want to shop around for a better deal. For people upgrading from an existing system, or for those willing to hunt for deals, it's a rare bit of flexibility in a PC market that usually insists you pay the markup or wait in line. Or, I suppose you could build your own RAM?
The box of scraps!
Some Russian enthusiasts, they're crazy over there, reportedly started building their own DDR5 sticks by soldering memory chips onto blank PCBs. They may not be the fastest, and they definitely do not come with a warranty, but I feel like we're onto something with this. Scrapyard wars with DIY memory, anyone? Samsung is dealing with a bunch of their ex-employees leaking trade secrets to China. One engineer is accused of smuggling handwritten notes to a competitor in China, though South Korea prosecutors could not confirm whether the note contained details about the company's DRAM tech or simply a message reading, "Do you like me? Circle yes or no." This alleged leak is part of a broader case where 10 ex-Samsung employees have been indicted for industrial espionage, love that word, that prosecutors claim enabled CXMT to mass produce 10 nanometer class DRAM, which may have cost Samsung and South Korea tens of trillions of won in lost revenue and national economic damage. That's a lot of won, but not a lot of winning.
Ow! Yeah, you just.
Ow! Samsung appears to be dealing with all kinds of corruption issues, as the company is reportedly internally investigating claims that some of its staff may have taken kickbacks to steer memory chip orders and allocations, with the company interviewing employees in Taiwan and reshuffling some sales and marketing personnel as part of the review. The RAM shortage is nuts, but hey, if enough information leaks, maybe China will help pull us out of these troubles. Or maybe they'll just take a bunch of money for their own AI data centers and set their robot army to auto-invade. Who knows?
There's no way to predict.
They got robots and people. We'll take either of those.
Best of both worlds.
Speaking of AI, Nvidia has dropped $20 billion to buy Grok without actually buying Grok. This is like that TikTok deal all over again. They're not actually buying it, one, because it's not the Twitter chatbot, but an AI hardware company called Groq, with a Q, and two, because the deal brings Grok's founder and president Jonathan Ross, along with other key engineers, over to Nvidia while Grok stays an independent company. They're kind of like a gelatinous cube rolling over Grok. The move effectively gives Nvidia access to cutting-edge AI inference chips and talent without formally buying the whole company. According to WCCF Tech, this deal is a surgical masterclass on Nvidia's part, but other analysts say the deal is just structured to keep the fiction of competition alive while sidestepping antitrust scrutiny, which just seems to be easier and easier every day. Now, I'm imagining Jensen as some sort of cannibal war chief in a Mad Max scenario, cutting away the meat from other companies for Nvidia to devour. Do you think his leather jacket is useful or too warm in that situation? Let us know in the comments. Probably not as useful as our sponsor would be, MSI and their MPG Core Liquid P13 all-in-one cooler, which is perfect for gaming in a Mad Max scenario where you're being hunted by cannibals, as long as you have a dust filter, because your PC will run both cool and quiet thanks to its Cycloblade design, which focuses on airflow and having a cool Mad Max appropriate name. It's also got customizable lighting effects, so you can sneak around quietly and stealthily without getting eaten by chemicals or being forced into the Thunderdome. It's got durable tubing that helps prevent coolant evaporation, so you know this thing is built for the mission at hand. It's easy to install and support lots of different brackets, so you can rig one of these guys up with no hassle. Whether you're in the actual apocalypse or just trying to upgrade your rig in today's RAM-pocalypse, I love what we did here. MSI's MPG Core Liquid P13 AIO is for you. Yes, you. So check it out at the link in the description. The Quick Bits ate so much Christmas dinner, but I think they could have kept going personally. Those freaks have got a faster metabolism than Kobayashi or Joey Chestnut combined.
Famous for their
hot dog swallowing.
Yes.
Asus was rumored to be planning to build its own DRAM memory chip fabs to help ease the global memory shortage, but those rumors have officially been shot down. Sorry, y'all. Asus told Taiwanese media outlet CNA it has no plans to invest in memory wafer fabrication and will instead work with existing suppliers and tweak its product mix. CNA noted that building a fab takes at least 2 years and at least tons of money, so Asus is sticking to its core strengths rather than trying to solve today's supply crunch itself, which is too bad, Asus, because we would really like it if you could have solved today's supply crunch.
That would have actually been helpful.
By the time it got solved,
Make it more Xbox.
there'd be a new crunch. Google is finally preparing to let users change their old @gmail.com email addresses, something that's basically been impossible since Gmail first launched. The option will allow users to adopt a new Gmail username while keeping the old address as an alias, so you won't lose emails or account access. The feature was spotted early on a Google support page that appears only in Hindi, suggesting that this should be something on the way soon, although why it appears in that language, God only knows. I'm just concerned that I'll never again get an email from adults still using addresses like Mel Gibson fan 99 or _Thunderspants. Thunderspants?
It's what Mel Gibson wore in the Mad Max movie in the Thunderdome.
The Spants.
Yeah.
They can change our names, but they'll never take our memories.
Different Mel Gibson movie, but yeah.
AI data centers are getting so power hungry that US company HGP Intelligent Energy wants to repurpose retired Navy nuclear reactors from submarines and aircraft carriers to power them. The proposal could deliver roughly 450 to 520 megawatts of constant electricity, enough for about 360,000 homes, and would rely on the Department of Energy's support to get that off the ground. Finally, a solution that makes sense, and if nuclear warship leftovers isn't enough to roger your jollies, data center demand is also reportedly bringing back the use of fossil-fueled peaker power plants to help alleviate the load. There's also rumors of an expedition to the bottom of the sea to acquire the mystical gems that powered Atlantis in the Disney movie, which sounds promising, and James Cameron will probably be there.
And will the hot girl be there too?
Apple is allowing third-party earbuds to use AirPods-style proximity pairing with iOS 26.3, meaning you can just bring them close to your iPhone and tap to connect, at least in the EU, where the Digital Markets Act has forced Apple to open up its ecosystem just a little bit. The land of milk and honey. Watches from other companies will also be gaining limited notification support, so Luddites who insist upon circular watches can receive notifications on either their iPhone or their watch, but not both. You want to round the corners of a much more functional square-shaped watch? And for what? Nostalgia? Tradition? You'll be tied to the tracks and trampled under the relentless engine of progress, you sad fool. And here's some bad news for Ubisoft. Apparently hackers massively abused Rainbow Six Siege, taking over parts of Ubisoft systems to ban and unban players, unlock rare items, boost players' renown, and inject accounts with roughly 2 billion R6 credits, valued at roughly $13.3 million. The hack forced Ubisoft to shut down the game and marketplace and roll back recent transactions, but they clarified that players won't be punished for using the bogus credits. They're like a bank. Ubisoft has denied any large-scale leak of user data or source code, making it seem like this hack comes from an in-game exploit, which is ridiculous because isn't this the company that made Watch Dogs?
The ultimate hacker game?
They made Watch Dogs. And you should come back on Wednesday to watch these dogs hack your brain with more tech news. In the meantime, I've got to finish this jog because I got more Christmas leftovers to work through before they spoil. Potatoes, baby!